Thank you, Wendy. Appreciate that. Now we get to some news that you may not see in a lot of other places. It's all from Creative Minority Report, and we find out what's on the mind and, I guess, the keyboard of Matt Archbold. Good morning, Matthew.
Good morning, Matthew.
Good morning. How are you guys?
Doing great. How are you?
Good. I just wanted to paint a little picture of my life before we started on the week's events.
You need, violin music or anything?
Well, I don't know. We'll have to go back. You can edit it in later.
Okay, good.
Okay. So I just want to show you the kind of uphill spiritual battle I'm working on here, okay? So I went to confession recently, okay? And so I come home, and I start bragging to everyone how I'm holier than them, obviously.
That's what everyone should do after confession, right?
Right, exactly. And then, so that day, the Mets, I grew up in Long Island, New York, the Mets beat the Phillies.
Mm.
So I did my Mets beat the Phillies dance to my wife, who grew up in Philadelphia.
My goodness.
And this woman waited until I was completely done with my dance before she reminded me how holy I was and how I just ruined the whole thing.
Yeah.
Now, wouldn't a good, supportive wife have cut me off maybe mid-dance and said, hey, Matt, you may not want to do that whole dance because you're so holy right now. But no, she waited until I was completely done, and I feel like I'm being undermined. What say you?
I would say a good holy wife wouldn't smack you in the face. Did you get smacked in the face? Then no, she's a good holy wife. And then she would have confessed it later,
quick.
you know. Well, I hate to bring in what just came before, but I'm still thinking about this idea that we have all of these things that are attacking us, and now Nissan Sentras are attacking us. I don't know if you heard that story, but their airbags are blowing up and shooting out metal objects when you have an accident. Not what they were intended to do, which seems to be where we're at with a lot of things right now.
That's a great point. The solution is far worse than the problem. How many times have we seen that in recent days?
I don't know why car companies don't just come out with a model that's named Recall.
Yeah,
the new recall for 2025. You know, it's inevitable anyway.
That's very funny. That's really funny. But how about, when making something called an airbag, we use less little metal pieces.
Maybe that wasn't the best technology.
Good idea. We got to put something in there.
Let's use less fragmentation, okay? Can you imagine getting into a terrible accident? Oh, thank goodness I survived. Oh, wait. Here comes the airbag.
Oh, no.
But it does make you think, Matthew, that it really does point to the things that we thought were raised to protect us with best intentions have now become the enemy of the people of faith, in particular our own governments.
Right. And, we look to our government to protect our rights, and now it's the government actually impeding on our rights. There was a chaplain who has been the chaplain of the local fire department and the police department, and he was asked to give an invocation at some event, and then he prayed to Jesus during this, and then the city manager came running up to him and threatened to fire him for mentioning the word Jesus. And this is going on, this is not an anomalous event. This is happening everywhere, even though the courts have said time and time again that you cannot impede a chaplain from invoking Jesus, but they keep trying to silence everyone. Another teen who graduated mentioned his faith, and the public school said, "Nope, now you don't get a diploma because you mentioned Jesus."
Wow.
Now the good news is that in years past, a lot of times Christians thought it was their job to take this sitting down. We wrongly believe that we're the religion of nice and that, just taking it. But now we're hiring lawyers.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing because, we're the religion of love and good, and being nice does not mean allowing evil to win every time. And, we're supposed to stand against evil. So thankfully, we're invoking lawyers who are typically evil to fight the evil. Sometimes you got to get your own bully to fight the bully back.
There you go. Absolutely. Wow.
Well,
Incredible
we have
stories.
to keep in mind, right, that when Jesus founded the church with 12 apostles, in 400 years they overtook the entire Western world. What in the world? I mean, that took a little bit of effort. It took a little bit of standing up for yourself. Not the fact that not denying the fact that we'll die for this thing, but sometimes you got to live for it. Sometimes you got to stand up for it.
And that I think is the thing that I think we're missing most of all, is the standing up and be living for it and being willing to die. And I truly do believe that as bad as things get, we are always one. I hate to say it, but we're one saint, one martyr away from turning everything around. And it just you have to be willing for it to be you in order to take part in it. And I mean, I'm hoping it's Dave.
Yeah, I'm hoping it's you. I'm like, I think Matthew would be great. I think he's really built for this thing. He's already dancing in front of his wife. Come on, he's getting ready. He can do the same thing.
I was going to say how profound and wisdom-filled Matt Archbold is. And then he goes there. CreativeMinorityReport.com. Check out those stories and others. Thanks, Matt.
God bless.
Have a good day.